State police right now are trying to figure out what a 91-year-old woman was doing, keeping company with her dead twin sister and her dead husband. Court documents we obtained show caseworkers recently discovered Jean Stevens had two bodies in her WYALUSING Township home. One, her deceased sister June, dead since October, and the other, her late husband Jimmy, dead for several years. His body was apparently rolled up in a rug. Neighbors saw police activity and thought something had happened to Mrs. Stevens.
We thought that the older lady passed away yesterday until we heard that.
These documents show the 91-year-old lady had disinterred her husband from this grave at Lime Hill Cemetery years ago, and that she dug up her sister shortly after she was buried in October. State police were here digging around on Wednesday to make certain those caskets were in fact empty.
You know, she's 91 years old. What was she doing with two bodies in her house?
We made repeated attempts to speak with Jean Stevens.
Don't upset her anymore. Please. There's no abuse of a corpse or nothing. There's absolutely nothing like that.
And again, we tried to figure out what was going on here. Each time, a new face coming to the door.
Okay, we're not taking any interviews. I'm a family friend, and we're not doing interviews.
Do you know how the remains ended up here anyway?
No, I'm not going to say anything, okay?
Are you worried about criminal charges?
No.
No? How about Mrs. Stevens? Is she...
She's fine. She's a wonderful lady.
Hi, how are you?
Could I help you?
I'm Joe with Channel 28.
Okay, we're not taking any interviews. I'm a family friend, and we're not doing interviews.
Do you know how the remains ended up here anyway?
No, I'm not going to say anything, okay?
Are you worried about criminal charges?
No.
No? How about Mrs. Stevens? Is she...
She's fine. She's a wonderful lady.
Well, can you say that to us, just because...
I think it's time to cut this. Please?
So, anyway.
Okay, thank you.
You know, I'm pleading for her.
Who are you, sir?
I don't want to be on camera.
Oh, well, who are you? You're making a stand here, so who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Joe Holden with Channel 28.
Okay.
And I made that very clear to the people who live
Okay.
here. Who are you?
I'm a neighbor.
Are you the neighbor who we spoke with earlier tonight?
No, you're not.
No. Do you know how the bodies got here? I'll ask you that question and then I'll
I
leave.
think what you need to do is to talk to the state police about that.
And we have.
But, you know, let's just be a little reasonable about this. Please.
Sir, don't touch me.
I'm not going to touch you. I'm just saying, you guys are just plain unreasonable.
Two bodies were here, sir.
But you don't know the story, do you?
We'd like to know the story. That's why we're here.
Then, do you know what's going to happen tomorrow?
1 o'clock press conference.
That's where you need to be.
Well, we have bosses who tell us to be up here, and that's where we are. We're doing our jobs.
You know.
And we have that camera to protect us from instances like this,
know,
where
and
you roll up on us and you
Listen.
get right in my face, and you touch my microphone, and
Sir,
you don't have to sir me. I identified myself. You said you were a neighbor.
that's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
Give you that much. And don't fly over here the next time, because this is clearly public property. We are now
Sir.
on public property.
You are on public property now. You weren't over there.
Well, that's very good. They told us that they did not want to...
Listen, if you're trying to...
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I have a job to do, and you guys obviously aren't used to seeing us up here, and that's fine. And
Right.
I think it will. And I understand she's 91 and that she's had enough of this.